Do you stand by your comments that Churchill is a villain?
It was a bit tongue-in-cheek. It was at the end of a in-conversation session, and the audience, I think, was getting a bit bored, so I needed to provoke them a bit. But look, it's interesting. Churchill was obviously a hero during the Second World War, but there's another side to Churchill in our history, which is the side in which actually many working class people at the time and well into the 40s and 50s were angry about his behaviour. He sent the troops into Tonypandy to shoot the miners. A miner died, others were injured. It was to break a strike. So in history, like many complex characters, Churchill has both sides to him. The hero in the Second World War, but actually in many ways, but for working class families, not someone that they looked up to as a result of the actions when he was Home Secretary. After the Second World War, it's interesting as well. He was congratulated for his role in the Second World War by everybody, but people then voted him out because they didn't believe that he was the right leader to rebuild the country in peacetime.
So if you were asked that question again, what would your answer
Well,
be?
the same, because I want to prompt you. When you have these things, you've got to be honest, but additionally, you don't want to upset people, but you want to be honest. But also, in the teaching of history, we've got to impress upon people that you've got to look at individuals in particular in the round. And yes, undoubtedly a hero during the Second World War, but also look at the other aspects of his life as well. And Tonypandy was a disgrace, sending the troops in, killing a mine, trying to break a strike. And there are other incidents in his history as well. So if nothing, if it's prompted a more rounded debate about Churchill's role, well, I welcome it.
And what's your reaction that 10 Labour backbenchers will resign if Jeremy Corbyn doesn't put a second referendum on the table?
Hoping they don't. We're sticking to our policy agreed at Labour Party conference, which was democratically arrived at, unanimously arrived at, whereby we've pressed for a general election. We're trying to get a deal that will protect jobs and the economy. If we can't get that, we're pressing for a general election. If we can't get that, we've said a referendum is still on the table, and it is genuinely still on the table, and we'll see what happens today. We're putting a motion up today that says by the end of the month the Prime Minister's got to come back with a meaningful vote. Let's decide the issue then, and we'll keep it on the table. It will always be an option for us. So I'm hoping there's no need for anyone to resign because we're holding together well in the party. Everyone's views have been listened to, and I think we can go forward united.